Hi, welcome to the second episode of the Aqua Membranes Water Report. Today I have esteemed guest, Coley Alley, our new VP of Sales. He's been with the company here for a little while, and before I give too much information, I'll let him talk about himself and give us a quick overview of why he joined Aqua Membranes.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Aqua Membranes just presented an extreme level of excitement for me. I've been in the industry for going on 28 years. Reverse osmosis has been a very big part of my career. I've worked with some fantastic companies. The team here at Aqua Membranes is a really exceptional, forward-thinking company that presented an opportunity that I think is just excellent. And so very excited to join the team with yourself, Ben, and the rest of the group.
Awesome. Thanks, Coley. So as we get into it, the question that I like to ask people is, whenever you started in the water industry today, when you tell people what you do, how do you describe it to them?
Well, I think in the big picture, my quick answer is I clean water around the world. Been lucky enough to have gone to many countries. So that's the big answer for it. When you get into it, I like to say that cleaning water is so important. It's a big part of the world's needs, many countries, and the expanse of different water that we clean, for municipal, for drinking water, reuse applications such as Southern California, where I live, as well as wastewater, some fun opportunities at breweries and wineries, as well as industrial applications. The microelectronics industry needs ultra pure water, and they're in regions that don't have a lot of it. So that is on the high technology side, just such a good opportunity, as well as a just meaningful background and experience in doing that. So it really intrigues people when I get to talk to them and explain a little bit more than just the general water or wastewater treatment. They get to see it, they understand products that they use, and start to learn more of what they can do to also, be environmentally conscious with their water and how they use it.
Yeah, no, that's super important and a large vision for us here at Aqua Membranes to be able to do that for the world. And specifically, I want to talk about a story that's come out of New Orleans, where we are here for WevTech. There's many articles that have been put out about this, but I have one in the link below about the Mississippi River and the issues with seawater intrusion and how it's affecting the population here along the coast in New Orleans. And that's being caused by drought in the Midwest and overuse of water for agriculture and things in the Midwest, taking a lot of water compiled with that drought. And so then we're seeing some seawater intrusion. In those industries in the West, an industry or in the world, how important is reuse so that we don't continue to see problems? Or where do you see, in your experience in the industry, things going to help us improve our water infrastructure or make people care?
Well, you hit on a few points on that one, as well as the articles that do. And I think drought is being one of the, first things to think about. Not a lot of people think of the Midwest as a drought, troubled area. I live in Southern California, as I mentioned earlier, so people kind of revert to Arizona, Southern California, drought being more important there with all of our agriculture. The droughts anywhere are very similar, and so reuse is becoming and really is a need. The technology is such now that it can be put into place with things like indirect potable reuse, direct potable reuse, as well as reuse water. I mentioned the industries that I have experience in and that we work in at Aqua Membranes. That reuse overall it's a net positive to help limit and eventually prevent these drought situations. All industries do have some availability of water that they can reuse. There's no reason not to take that back. Some they can reuse in product manufacturing again. Others just gray water. They have to rinse tanks. They have to rinse floors. You can reuse water, and the net purchase or use of fresh, clean water that can go to communities, that can go to homes, is reduced by those reuse applications. I think one of the things that comes out in some of those articles talks about the seawater intrusion. Actually, you just mentioned that. I'll speak from what I know about it in the Southern California region. Los Angeles, the basins there have had problems with seawater intrusion for a long time. So they do the deep well injection. It's an interesting application to prevent that seawater intrusion. And I think one of the things that is overlooked is that is another type of reuse, because that water is injected prevents the seawater intrusion. But then that goes through some of our aquifers and actually comes back out and gets to be retreated again. Some of that is retreated not for groundwater injection, it's actually, or groundwater well injection. It is actually utilized again, comes back out, can go to drinking water. Yeah, so it's a great application.
Awesome. No, there's a lot of great insight there. And certainly your work, you've been doing that for a long time. And I think it's only more important that we're working on that here at Aqua Membranes and that it keeps going forward. And we focus on these hard issues to be able to improve water for all. We want to make sure everyone has clean drinking water. It's always coming out of the tap. If you have any more questions on how to get in contact with us, if you think that you can use Aqua Membranes in yours, contact sales at Aqua Membranes. Coley or myself or our sales team Grader will be able to connect with you. Thanks for watching, and for resources, check out our website, aquamembranes.com, or some of the links below. Thanks.